So do you remember what I did? And I told you I was going to do because this had a cooling problem with the air conditioning. Goddamn COVID. So heater clamp on heater hose. Remember, we're coming out almost 70 degrees out of the dash, even though we had condensation on the suction line and we had a 48 degree line. That means the evaporator was 48 degrees, but we had 68 degrees coming out of the dash after I filled it up, because remember, it only had like 170, 150 grams of refrigerant. So there's where I'm taking the temperature right there with my sensor down in the duct. And we're now coming out 44 degrees. If it will focus, there we go. 44 degrees coming out of the dash right now. That is more correct of what it should be. All right, that's it for the diagnosis on this one. I've taken care of the refrigerant part. I have proven that the refrigerant system is mechanically sound. We know we have a leak somewhere, and all that green that you see is me spilling my dye when I was cleaning off. From the first video or second video, I showed you a little bit of oil residue that had dust buildup. And we're gonna climb on to, that is it. Because from here, I'll look up in here. Here's the linkage right here. But from here, it goes into the second level of diagnosis. So we look for leaks. We know there's a leak because from 2005 to now, it lost 3/4 of its refrigerant charge. The leak is not obvious because that dry, dusty little bit of the oil residue was dry. The dust buildup was old. It was not new. I cannot prove that that is the leak, even though I am suspicious of it. But this little refrigerant switch might not come on this line. If the switch is separate, you have to pay like $140 just to get the switch or more, or you have to buy it with the line if the switch ends up leaking. If it is the sight glass, you have to buy the line. Some manufacturers, the switch comes with the line. Some manufacturers, it does not. So that's something you just have to look up, call your dealer for. So diagnosis 1 took care of the refrigerant. Diagnosis 2 will be finding what exactly is not broken. So now here, in different countries it's different, but we have rules, laws, and regulations, especially here in California. You cannot fix anything without telling the customer first and getting their approval. You have to give them an accurate estimate, or at least fairly accurate estimate, and you have to contact the customer. You tell them what's wrong, show them what's wrong, or if you can't show them because you have to take things apart, you have to charge extra time for taking stuff apart to do the pinpoint diagnosis to prove exactly what was wrong. Then if a part needs a replace, so say we get, okay, 1 hour labor for diagnosing what is wrong with the dash. Why is the heater cord or the blend air doors not properly working, and it's allowing heater core air to blend with the evaporator air, and heat always wins. So that's a separate diagnosis. You get your hour diagnosis. You take your panels apart, you start back treating, you start checking stuff, you find the problem. Okay, next step, Mr. Customer, we found out the signal is working from all your actuators. It is getting to the actuator, but the actuator is not rotating to close off the heater door. We need that actuator. That actuator is $175, and it'll take another 0.7 hours to get access to it, remove it, and replace it with a new one. So that's another process that you go up the next level up. Now you need authorization for the part and the labor to do it. And then you get that approval, the customer says yes, you document it, have your customer sign to work. Everything's digital now. You just send it to their phone and they could sign it right on their phone. That's what we do here. A lot of shops do here. And you go to the next procedure. So you could see how this vehicle had two underlying problems simultaneously. Low on charge was one, and a blend air door problem, heater problem, something under the dash. I'm not going to jump to conclusions, and you can see we're down to 41 degrees right here, coming out the dash right now with the heater clip. Let me undo that. I'll show you. Boom. Just undid it. That's what those are. And no, I don't have an Amazon link down below so I can make a few percent on this. But look at the temperature starting to go up. If it'll focus. Come on, you Apple, you piece of garbage. There we go. See the temperature go up? Heat always wins. So that's all I did. It was that simple. But on this system, there's no heater control valve. It's a constant flow of hot coolant. It uses blend air doors under the dash to control it. So see you guys later. I yapped a little too long there, but I hope some of you guys who are newer understand that whatever the temperature of this line is what the temperature of that suction line, that's the temperature of your evaporator. If your evaporator is 40 degrees, you should at least get maybe 45, 47 degrees. Some cars, 50 some degrees out of the dash. But if you're getting 60 or 70 or 80 degrees, that means you're getting, especially on today is only 57 to 62 degrees, or what is it? Temperature has risen. When I started, it was 57 degrees. It's now 63 degrees. 63 degrees outside, and we have 68 degrees coming out of the dash with the air conditioning working good. But it's not working good. Well, it's working good, but so is the heater, and the heat always wins. See you.